Okay guys, so we're gonna make the closure. So put this away for just a second. And we are going to grab a new piece of paper. And let's cut this 6" We would like to have this maybe on this direction. Maybe. Alright, let's give this a fold. Let me first measure how far I think that I like to have this. So this is coming from the end. Well, I think a 6 will do, 6 by 6, and then from the other hand we also can do a 6. Shall we just go till the end? Till the end is 6.5. Yeah, let's try first a 6.5. Alright, so let's give this a guideline, 6.5. And I definitely want to make it a 1/4 depthness. So we are going to score 6 3/4. And then we can short this down. Let's make it a 3/4 so that we have a little larger than a 1/2 inch, just because. Alright, let's give this a fold line. Okay, let's grab page. Yeah, that's nice. And I think I will go do the same thing with the other one. So again, I'm gonna cut a 6 inch. And then, what was it, the 6.5? It was a 6.5, wasn't it? How quickly I can forget. I can. Yeah, 6.5. Okay, well, double checking is never wrong. So 6.5 and 6 3/4. And again, a 3/4 cutting off. Here we go. So, fold it. Okay, so this is the meaning. These are the leftovers. This is the meaning. So we have our 1/4 gusset. So we just can place this down wherever you want. Here. And then the other one right here. And then this is going to be our closure. Cool. Now I'm thinking I want to have that thread closure. Maybe this is not wide enough. Could be. We also can make 2 little ones. That's also nice. I love that. I love those closures. So yeah, I'm just going to keep it because I really like that it's ending the same angle. So let's work on this first. Alright, so let's say this is our top one. So here we can do many other things on it. So yes, of course we can. So let's do, shall we just do a nice big pocket? Let me first see what I want with. Maybe we're gonna do something inviting. Oh, this is nice. This is nice for adding a nice pocket on it. And I still have those little not swing closures, but Yeah, I really like this. So meaning that we can make a nice deeper pocket. Nice 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. Okay, so let's just grab our leftover piece right here. So 4.5 pockets, meaning that we can cut this 5" score 1/2 inch for the bottom, sideways, fold it, place it down and make a little mark. Score and cut, and then you have your next pockets. Next big pocket. Here we go. Here we go. Cut the corners. Saves the bulk. Nice. Alright, this is my first nice big pocket. I like it. Let's add it on. Don't forget the tape. I'm still thinking of yesterday. Okay, this Friday my son gets his key for his new house. And yesterday we went to, I call it, it's not a marriage, but kind of certain thing. I have no idea what the English word is for that, but it's kind of a marriage, but then they just needed their signature and something that's for the insurance for the house buying and everything. Well, anything, they needed a witness. So I was the witness, and it was just fun, just like this. I like this, but you have to be aware that you need your closure on here. So check. Where do we want our little closure? Let's find the one that we were planning. Like I told you earlier, we can do this. If you don't have a wound circle punch, maybe you have this one, and I'm still searching for this to get you one for in this kit if you don't have one. That we can use this piece. So now what if let's grab some leftover pieces. Yep, here it is. So I am gonna cut a 1 by 1 inch by 1 inch piece, and of course I need a few more. I always like to have them a little more strength. I think 3 layers will do. Alright, 3 layers will do. Okay, Then we're also going to do this with the design paper, but then for the design paper we're going to cut this a slightly smaller, a 1/8 smaller. And for that I'm going to use this one. That's the same one as we used the curly edges. So we're going to cut this a 1/8 smaller. So I'm going to cut this a 7/8 by a 7/8. Just going to try things out, guys. No idea how this will do, but just give it a go. I always like to try things out. That's an addiction of me, I know. Shall we do 2 or 4 pieces? Well, let me first make 2. Alright, so I'm gonna test it out. I'm not gonna glue these down just yet. And shall we do this shape, or shall we just do a round one? Yeah, just this one is also very nice. Let me first do all the way around. So I'm going to cut all the corners and I'll be back in a second. Okay. Otherwise you get bored. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Alright, I had some difficulties. This is too large. Yeah, this is just stupid of me. But I decided to give this a 1-inch opening. That's way too small, but okay. I just did, and I don't want to make a complete new page. Well, only this. I should have made a new one, but I'm too lazy. I just gonna solve it. So we have a 1-inch piece right here. So I'm just going, wait just a second. So I am going to solve that. And so these that I made, I don't know if you like these, but they are kind of little square pieces, but then round ones. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if I like those or not, or maybe I did not have to smooch them. So I will give for that another try. But I like these. I definitely like these. They look like little candies. I could make earrings of these. So the outside was a 7/8 by a 7/8, and then 2 corners. And then the inside is 3/4 by 3/4, and then just 2 corners. And then you can have this one. I really like it. So I'm just going to use these ones. So let's get started. So I think I first gonna go, shall we add this on? I think I first go for the back, so I know where this can go. Shall we just add it on? Maybe that's a good idea. Just add it on. Then you don't have to shivel and move everywhere. Sometimes it is just easier to just add it on, guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add it on. So I definitely like to see one of these. Okay, so I am gonna put this, and I'm gonna be as close as I can get to the edge. And then I'm just gonna peel this off. Here we go. That's that. Yep, perfect. Let's add the other one as well, so we don't make any mistakes and we don't. It's easier, especially when you make that closure on it. So for this one, absolutely want this equal with this guy right here. So here we go, close as it can be to the edges. Yes, alright, so I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. So this is what it is. Whew. Okay, guys. So I am gonna start first decorating this piece right here. And before we're gonna add the papers on, don't forget to put this on as well. So let's see, what do we want to see? So we have the blue here. Leftover pieces, always save them somewhere. Okay, I always get a little bit nervous when I'm excited. Okay, so these are still that we have. Pink, brown. I'm definitely gonna do, I still do not know if we're gonna use this one or another one, but at least we can give that a look. So what do we want for the outside? We definitely want to have a complete piece. Do we want this, or shall we keep it down and then gonna play with color right here? So maybe it's an idea to go first for this round one, for this one. You think? I think this one I like. For this one. We also can go for this, and we can use the blue. I think this is also very nice for the roundings. Okay, yep. Let's go for this. So, full inch all the way around. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna talk rubbish. Make a mark, but be certain that you stay here in that groove, fold line. Okay, so I got a little headaches from those closures because it was not working exactly as I had planned, but I always like to have some, I call that challenges. Why walk away from a challenge if you just can solve it? At least we try to solve it. Oh, that is a long time that I used it. Here we go. Okay guys, so it's still stuck. Here we go. What's up or what's down? A little flower on it, so I guess that is up. Oh, look how beautiful. I like it. Let's continuing here. So I'm just gonna place this against the, call it, the big pocket. Here I go. I have no idea if did I finish my little story about yesterday that my son was kind of marrying that stuff. When you buy a house together, then it's a good thing to do. Well, they give them the advice to do so, but in my experience, when we bought our first house, we did not. We did not even had something similar, not even close. We did not have anything, not whatsoever. We just bought the house and we split everything 50-50. We had saved equally as much, and we never ever have had something till my dad passed. Then it was necessary, because then I got the house and everything. So yeah, then you definitely need to solve things. So a few years back, we have the same arrangement like my son yesterday did. Yeah, but still, it feels awkward. But I don't know how I express myself. I'm just maybe that one person that just don't like marriages. I don't know why. Well, maybe I do, because my mom and dad separated when they were 30 years of marriage. So I am not a marriage believer. If I can say that, and I hope I don't offend anybody who is married. But yeah, that's just my personal thing to think about marriage. Alright. Okay, I hope that these papers still pops it out, because it is getting busier. But yeah, I hope you still like it. Maybe it's too dark, I don't know. So fingers crossed that you still like it. So anyway, this one I do like to have a little inside. If you know what I mean. To go in the pocket. But yeah, my mom and dad separated when they were 30 years of marriage. And yeah, and that was actually when we moved in together. Well, not that long. I think my oldest child was just born, and yeah, that gives me a personal tick about marriage. So in the past I did wanted to go marriage, but my hubby never did. So yep, this needs to go in. So I'm just gonna cut this a little in a triangle, because the outside I want to have a little wider. Now this fits in. Okay. Here we go. Yep. But now I don't want anymore. Okay. There we go. Nice big pockets. Ready to put something inside. Cool. Let's decorate this. Let's see what we want. Do we want something extraordinary, or do we want... Well, I do want to have this easygoing. So maybe we are going to do this just a simple full page. I think that's a good idea. To keep it simple. We also have this on here. Blue. We can go this No, I definitely want to have some blue. Alright, decisions, guys. Decisions. Okay, let's cut this down, and we still can play a little with this page. So what if we are going to cut 1 inch, so we can move this like this. That will be nice. And then we still can use a nice strip if you want. You don't want to overdo it with the strips, but yeah, since this is the first page, you definitely want to have a nice eye catcher, don't you think? Okay, and then this should be here, but this creeps for something. Let's check it out, which would be nice. Bowing, the clocks, could be pink one. Bowing, I think this is also nice. Or just a simple pink, or this small pink, or nothing. That's also. Should we just do nothing? Nothing. No, I'm just gonna go for the small pink one because there is some pink in it. Alright, I'm gonna put this on top. This piece. So we just glue this down here with the edges. Yeah, I think that is nicer. Alright, keep it a little from the top, and then we can cut this one down in the size you want. Yeah, 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 yes! And now, before we are going to attach this, we are going to attach the closure. So we are gonna put this on, just like that. Let me pick a hole in here. And I did made a few layers, of course, so it's nice. And then we're just going to put this in the middle. Now for this one I don't need any space in between because we're going to attach the string on here and then nothing else will be around this one. So this can go, oh I forgot to make this, yeah, I do like this. I forgot to add an extra piece of paper just because you never know. You never know if it's needed. If you need the strength. So I am gonna add a little extra. Just because you never know. You never know. You definitely can't Ouch, that was my finger. Here we go. Alright. This still can tear of course, but not as quick as only design paper. Alright. Yes. Okay, glue it on. Glue it on. Here we go, guys. Yes. And now we can go. Oh, that just fits. That just fits is good enough for me. Oh, this is really small. I don't need this. Alright, so I'm gonna decorate this piece. And again, be aware that you are going to attach this one as well. Okay, so maybe we are going to use another. I think maybe a triangle is better. Oh, I have all the words in my hands right here. Okay. What if we have, well, this is too big, too big. I'm in love, I'm obsessed. Love is in the air, you always can cut it short. Oh, so cute, especially because we have the mouse, all the little mouse is also in here with here. Oh, that is so cool. But is it too pink? I don't know. Let's see. You also can use this one. I'm just gonna check which one fits best with all. Slightly pink. Bring back the blue. This is too much pink. And then we have the smaller ones. So I don't know. This is a really nice eye catcher, guys. I really like. Love is you and me. Kisses sweeter than candy. This is also very nice. I like this one or this one. Maybe. And then we go check out if there is something here that we can use. These are more vintage. Nope, I go for one of these two. Which one? Okay, guys, decide. Decide. You have the blue, blue, blue. This brings back a little bit the pink. Or shall we just keep it with the blue? Oh, decisions! I my happily ever after and always love you. Kisses sweeter than. I think I keep it the blue. Alright. I am gonna decorate, guys, and I will see you in a second. Okay, let's see. I use the silver one for a nice edge all the way around. Then I decided to go for the same papers as this one. So now let's decide where we are going to attach this new one. So I'm going to try to be equal. nicely in the middle. I think this is a nice spot. Alright. Here we go. Now this one, we definitely want a little around. Where is the thing that I had used for that? Where is it? Last project that I used it as well. Oh, here it is, my little tool. Love this. This is just a 1mm chipboard, and so you don't need any spacers. Just put a board in. Then you're just gonna grab your little chipboard, place it on, and then just squeeze this tight. Okay, and then you just squeeze this under, and then you have your space under. Hope you can see that, but see that? It gives you space. Love this method. Saw it somewhere on YouTube and oh my gosh, that is so clever. And as soon as I saw it, I remember that someone was white to me to this method, but I just could not understand. Like I told you earlier, if I need to read something, I just don't understand. I need to see it. Then it makes more sense to me. I'm a visualizing person. Yeah, reading? No. I had that in the past as well. With studying, oh my gosh, nope. I can read it, but I don't know what I'm reading. Oh, it has to be something very interesting, like a very exciting reading book, like Harry Potter or something. That I can. Alright, so this we're just gonna place on here, on top, to cover up this pocket at the back. Yep. So let's decide how wide, how much. I think something like here. Alright, so make a mark till there. We're gonna put glue on. Here we go. Nice. Okay, so cool. Let's see what kind. Yeah, this screams for white, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's just use white. I think I cut it way too long, but alright, so as promised, this piece right here, I'm only going to use this for the thread. So I will not go around it. There we go. So I'm going to leave it right here. This is just for the thread. And then this one just goes around it. See, and now it's way too long. I always can hang something on it. Oh. I have very, very cute beads. definitely gonna add this on. But anyway, this is the closure. Nice big pocket. This is the closure. Yep, here it goes. And now we still need to decorate this piece right here and here. And yeah, and then add something in the pockets. All right. Can we do something more on the inside of this? Or is it then too bulky? Well, just gonna see, guys. Wait just a sec. Wait just a sec. I just love to check. Where's my basket? Here it is. Too much in front of me. Error. Alright, so if you open this up, pocket here. And then you open this up, you have a pocket here. This goes to the left. Pocket here goes to the right. Pocket. And a pocket here. This is so cool when you have this all in front of you and have your pictures on. And then you have still a big pocket in the back. So I think it's enough. Yeah, I think it's enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it too bulky because if you're gonna add pictures on here, and we still have tags for this, guys. So yeah, nope. We're just gonna decorate it, and then oh god, I love this. This is so cute. It's almost like two little sweets. All right, so I'm just gonna decorate the back. And I'm just going to add some tags in here. And this is still what I have left for my first set, even after cutting everything out. Some leftover pieces right here. Oh, and it's always nice. For example, if you have leftover pieces, just use it, guys. Just use it. For example, you can use this here and maybe this the bottom here, or well, this is not even high enough. No, this is not, but this one is high enough. Maybe even for the bottom. See, even for the bottom. Just use what you have, guys. Just use what you have. Here you have a nice strip. You can use it like this or this. Fill it up with this. See? And then fill up these two. Perfect. Use what you have. You can go with the other ones on the other side. Use what you have. I can't say that enough. I just can't say that enough. Just go with the flow. You know I love to use those. So I am going to do that. And I will come back. I'm just going to use my leftover pieces. Yes, cool. Okay guys, these are the insides. Why not? Why not just use what you have? Alright, and yeah. And then I just added all kind of cards inside, tags or little booklets that we can still decorate. So everything is filled. Top as well, nice big one. So yeah guys, I'm glad that we did not do nothing else on the inside. It's thick enough. It's thick enough as it is. Alright, so I'm gonna work with the tags, and Maybe I'm gonna put on the video. I just don't know just yet. But use it all, guys. I have these left. These I have left, and then a little piece for these ones. You know I always like to use everything. So this is what I have left, guys, for the first set. Not that bad. Making one page, cutting everything out. Yep, not that bad. Just use it. Alright, I will see you in a sec. I'm gonna try to do a different background. Maybe, I don't know, I got a little error. Yes, and that is finished. I'm going to show you all the tags and everything. So maybe if you have the same papers left that you can, that you know that you can make these tags as well. So first of all, our first pocket. I started with a 1/2 inch at the bottom with this bluish one. And then I think it's a 1 inch, I don't know exactly, but then at the top and then on the inside I just covered it up with these nice little flowers, and I ended up with a nice word. I love it. And then we just gonna open this up. And as you know, I decorated these with just leftover pieces. And then, well, let me first go to the back. This was the last one that I made. This piece of paper was not wide enough, so I ended up with a nice strip with all the leftover pieces, the small leftover pieces that I had. So, and then at the end I thought, oh, why not just make this nice bow at the top and let this stick out a little bit. So if you put this in here, then it sticks out. I love it. It's so darn cute. It's so cute. And then for these little guys, so this is a booklet, flips up. And for this one, okay, first 1 inch here and 1 inch. It's actually a leftover piece, is what I just split it in two. And I started with that. Then I wanted to use this clock, so I cut it out. I had cut it out, and I placed it on here and just draw a little bit the lines where I don't need to put paper on. So when I draw the lines, I just added the smallest pieces that I could find, added here and there, and yep, with a pin set and with just some patience. Why? I don't know, but it's just a habit of mine. And then I just added this clock on it, and I added Miss You on. I really like this. So cute. All right, and then we go to the next one. That's this booklet. Same thing here. I started with this on my left with just a leftover piece. Then I added this bluish one with a leftover one, and then I added this one. And this is, yeah, a 1 by 1 inch piece of paper with only cutting the corners with our punch. And then I just added this on and added sweetness under. So just to give it a little extra. And then we have two simple ones. I added a 1/2 inch strip all the way around, and then I just added this tag on, and it says always. And then the last one, same thing, 1/2 inch around, add a nice tag on, and there you go, easy peasy. And then these two, well, this is just a tag, I did not do anything with it. This one, yeah, also a nice leftover piece of paper. I started with the top leftover piece, added this one on, and then I just added a small piece at the bottom. And of course a nice eyelet in it. Once in a while, I'd love to do that. Alright, and then, yeah, of course, the inside I will keep it plain, but the rest you already know that everything is pretty much designed. Only the inside of the waterfall pages is not. Okay guys, so I hope you all like this, and this holds everything down. So our first page is done. So now we can go to the back. Yeah, excited.